Welcome to another episode of Chork Monkeys. I'm your host, Oshi Ren. Today I present to you the disappearance of Kenny Veach and the mysterious M Cave. If you've lived in Las Vegas for the last 10 years, then you are familiar with this mystery. For those of you who haven't heard of Kenny Veach, be ready for a mysterious story of a man who went missing and is shrouded in conspiracies. First, who is Kenny Veach? In late 2014, these words were posted to a YouTube video titled Son of an Area 51 Technician. The man behind the screen was Las Vegas resident and avid hiker Kenny Veach, using the screen name Snake Bit McGee. Unbeknownst to him at the time, his comment would set in motion a series of events that would lead to one of Nevada's most puzzling urban legends. Kenny was a YouTuber and made videos mostly on his incredible hikes. He would spend hours and hours on hikes through the desert. He would find old abandoned mines that were used during the rush for silver and gold. So Kenny went on a hike and showed off an old mine shaft. He let the viewers know that he came across an M-shaped cave that made him vibrate at its entry. He didn't show it on camera, but he did promise to go back on his next hike. He gave a brief explanation on the location of this M cave. But till this day, the cave has not been found. Other YouTubers claim they have located M cave, but none have met the description left by Veach. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny set off on his last hike. He told his family he was going for a short overnight trip, though he would never return. His disappearance would turn up on the Las Vegas news stations, and the search was on. Kenny was not new to the desert hiking or spelunking. He claims to have hiked extensively in the area, even leaving several YouTube comments on the Area 51 video detailing his experience. Kenny Veach said on his show, "I have been doing this sort of thing for over 20 years. I go where no one goes, and I never take anyone with me. I find skulls of all shapes and sizes, and occasionally I find a really old animal trap. I hike over mountaintop after mountaintop and sleep on peaks under the stars. Sometimes I have to scale giant cliffs to get myself out of a jam, but I always make it back. I'm beat up and tired, and my pack is almost always heavier than when I left. I had to be rescued only one time by a helicopter. I had blown out my left leg at the top of the mountain, and I only had 1 cup of water left to get me 20 miles back to my truck. It was also over 100 degrees out, so I have a very good safety record." Now is a great time to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you know when a new episode hits the air. Please comment on content that you, the viewer, would love to see. In the beginning of the M Cave hike video Kenny posted before his disappearance, he is standing by an abandoned mine shaft, narrating some information about the caves he's seeking out. It was there that on November 22nd, 2014, search and rescue volunteers found Kenny's cell phone, indicating that he had, in fact, gone out searching for the cave again. An article on News 3 Las Vegas details, "We found his cell phone close to a very vertical old mine shaft, and we can't find another trail." Red Rock Search and Rescue Commander Dave Cummings told News 3, "It doesn't mean that he's down the mine shaft, but we have tracked him as far as we can. We are having our other crews come in from the search areas." After his cell phone was found, the trail would unfortunately go cold. Kenny was never found, leading to much speculation on how he died. The mysterious circumstances of his death fueled the internet with conspiracy theories of every shape and color. Had Kenny fallen down a mine shaft? Had he discovered a hidden entrance to Area 51? Had he stumbled upon some great military secret? Was the cave connected to aliens? Or had he simply succumbed to the elements? The trail ran cold for some time, until a woman claiming to be Kenny's girlfriend posted the following comment on his M Cave hike video. I am the girlfriend that Kenny spoke of in the video. There are so many posts. I had no idea until a friend let me know. So many people are wondering what happened and guessing different things. You are heartfelt about the sadness around what has happened with Kenny. He has not been found, and I feel that he probably will not be found for many, many months, if ever. I want to share what I know and feel about what happened, so that you might bring some closure and understanding in your own lives. Kenny absolutely loved hiking in the desert. It was his very, very favorite thing to do. We hiked and camped together all over the Nevada desert, sometimes 9 hours in a day. We found many abandoned mining towns, usually referred to as ghost towns by Nevada hikers. We explored many caves and mine shafts. We were always careful how we explored them, but Kenny was a bit more daring than I was. We wore snake guards, sun-protected clothing, used walking sticks, brought enough water and food for the hiking hours, and had extra water food in the car. I want you to know that I do not think Kenny had an accident. I believe he committed suicide. He battled depression for many years and would not take medication or see a doctor. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. The search for him was started within a couple days of my call. Over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done, and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. They found his car in the area I told them it would be. They did find his cell phone by the mine shaft in the video. The mine shaft was only about a 4-hour hike from his car. It was my feeling he left it behind so that he could not be tracked from the GPS in it. He also did not take his video camera with him on the solo hike. It was left at home, so he had no intention of filming anything. I share this with you for 2 reasons. First, so that you have more of an understanding who Kenny was, and to bring some peace or understanding to the situation. Secondly, if any of you decide to go out into our desert to look for him, or the M Cave, be careful and bring enough water and food. Walking sticks are a good idea, and not doing a solo hike. Bring a GPS and make sure that you have let family and friends know that you are heading out for the hike and where and when you will be returning. A search really can't be done on a 1-day hike. You would be repeating much of the same hike, just getting up the mountain and then be left with not many hours in the day to do the search. You would need 2 or 3 days at a time, and in the summer or even late spring, this cannot be done because of the heat in our desert. You would not be able to carry enough water, so please be careful. I had many wonderful experiences with Kenny, and I will always remember them and have a place of love in my heart for him and the wonderful things we did together. I am healing from my loss and look forward to new experience with desert hiking, camping, and taking beautiful pictures of our desert. Enjoy your adventures of life, and thank you for the kind, loving comments sent my way. So many have searched with no luck in finding the body of Kenny Veach. There was even a story of Kenny breaking into his sister's store in Vegas, but could not be verified it was Kenny. With so much unknown about the whereabouts of Kenny Veach, on top of the connection with Area 51, we may never find out what really happened. Now that concludes today's episode. Here are some other episodes to catch up on. Don't forget to subscribe so we can build up that fan base. Till next time, I'm Oshi Ren reminding you, once a chork monkey, always a chork monkey.